took this trade on Euro JPY and I lost $151. And today we're going to be going over my daily bias and looking at things I could have improved on and some reasons why I lost. And let's get straight into it. Alright, so this was the trade. We can see we lost $151 right there. Me personally, I don't think that this was a bad trade. There was just like one or two things I could have done differently to make sure it was a better trade. But we're on the monthly time frame right now, and we can see we have a massive monthly fair value gap right here. So I wanted to see price push higher into the monthly fair value gap. Going down into the weekly, the only confluence that we had on the weekly time frame was that we took out the previous weekly high. We hadn't taken out the previous daily low like right now yet. Going into the daily, we not much confluence. We were low-key consolidating on the daily time frame. Coming down into the 4 hour, I noticed that we were bullish because we broke structure to the upside right here. And then we also were pushing above these bearish fair value gaps that we used as an inverse fair value gap right here. So going into the 1 hour, I saw that we tapped into the inverse fair value gap right here. So this was my manipulation point. And then I also saw that we displaced past a bearish fair value gap right here and used that as an inverse fair value gap, as well as we also held a bullish fair value gap right there. Okay, and then getting down into the 15-minute, we can see that we sort of have like a buy model because we take out these draws on liquidity right here and right here. So today I wanted to see price push all the way up to buy side. Right, and then I'm not too sure where I entered. Let me look at my journal. The 15-minute. Yeah, we could see that the 15-minute was somewhat bearish, because we were breaking structure to the downside and we were respecting these fair value gaps. And then, yeah, going into the 5-minute, I could see that we were bullish because, number one, we broke structure to the upside right here. Number two, we were holding this fair value gap. Number three, we had an entry right here in this 5-minute fair value gap. So yeah, that's where I look for my entry. You can also look for EQ of the swing range. But yeah, so my entry was like, yo, I'm going to look for a trade inside of this 5-minute fair value gap. So I think after price internally took out this low, as well as, what did I just do? As well as these lows, this was turtle soup for me. Like this low and discount, I was like, yo, I want to see this low get manipulated. I want to see price tap into the 5-minute. So price taps into the 5-minute at this moment in time at 7:48. So I'm like, okay, we've come into my POI. If we can get some sort of confirmation, I'm going to look for price to go to the upside. Now, I think we had an SMT maybe. I also saw this as like a Judas swing, right? We took out this high and then we came down to take out this low. So I think I entered on this inverse fair value gap because when price pushes above here and then closes down, like that's an inverse. So I pressed long. For some reason, I got greedy, guys. I put my stop loss here and I targeted up here. And like I said, guys, I don't know if buy side liquidity up here. That was my final target, right up here. Took out this low. We should target buy side, right? So that was my target. I was going to take partials at this high, right? Beautiful trade, except I had my stop loss too tight. I shouldn't have put it here, and I should have put it at the manipulation low. So if I did that, we see that we end up pushing to buy side. So yeah, it would have been a very nice trade. The only thing that I did wrong, in my opinion, was have my stop loss too tight. I'm glad that I took this trade because look, it was literally the move of the night. It was literally the move to buy side liquidity. In my opinion, I don't think there was anywhere cleaner to enter. The only problem is that I had my stop loss a little bit too tight. But yeah, man, that is the trade I took. The only thing I would change is have a looser stop loss. I think the high time frame trend was good. The 4 hour was bullish, like we said. It broke structure to the upside. It inverse bearish fair value gap. So cool. Number one, we have our high time frame bias. Our run on liquidity, it was the inverse fair value gap, and it was also this low. So that was a run on liquidity. Boom. Our confirmation was the fact that we broke structure right here, right? We broke structure to the upside, And then we got 5-minute confirmation right here after we came back down into this 5-minute fair value gap. And yeah, man. As well as the 1 hour fair value gap as well, sorry. But yeah, our run on liquidity, our second run on liquidity was the 1 hour fair value gap. We got confirmation on the 5-minute with the 5-minute break to the upside. And then I look for my entry inside of this 5-minute fair value gap, which was in this swing ranges discount, as well as looking for price to take out turtle soup. And then after that, I look for an entry on this inverse fair value gap. But unfortunately, my stop loss should have been at this low instead of this low. But yeah, that is the trade we took. Hopefully you guys have learned something from this or got some value. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment down below if you need any help or if you have any questions. But yeah, I don't want to be sad, but yeah, at least I predicted where the market was going. But yeah, man, just focus on having your stop loss at this low and keep putting out the manipulation low because that seems to work. But yeah, that's the vid. See you guys later.